Hey, Quants. We are going to try doing a little bit of gaming on Destiny. So I know I had been doing off the grid for a little bit, and I do like to do that because it is also kind of related to the crypto ecosystem. But considering I'm just messing around on games and there's nothing particular about off the grid that makes it, you know, feel like a crypto game, I figured it didn't really matter so much which game I was playing. And I haven't played Destiny in a long time. So I thought I'd come back to this game here. I just started the stream because it had 12 and it looked like we're getting ready to launch. And so hopefully these servers aren't all dead. I haven't played Destiny in so long. I don't know how things are going to work out here. But a few things that I'll mention just for fun is when I play games, I still like to go with the controller. I know a lot of people use keyboard and mouse and rave about how much better that is for precision and all that, and I personally just enjoy playing with a controller more, and so for that reason that's usually what I play with, because I'm playing games for fun, not because I'm trying to necessarily get on top of some leaderboard. I wonder if we're going to get in some kind of infinite loop here, which is going to make this not so much fun for a stream. So I know there was some updates. It looks like I ran the updates, but I'm not playing any of the new content right now. I just wanted to jump in and play a match of Crucible and try and get that. Trying to make a video of that. So the other thing is just kind of like testing out the video software and see how that stuff works while I'm playing games. I have I have an ultra wide monitor. I have that Samsung 57-inch monitor, and so the nice thing about this for productivity is it's basically like having two 4K displays side by side. And I have a 5090 graphics card, so no problem pushing that. But because I originally thought I would try to go full resolution on this, and I don't think my computer's having any problems running that. But the OBS software that I'm using for recording was having an issue with that and didn't like said it was greater than the maximum supported format. So I did think even if I did that, most people's screens are going to look funny if they're trying to watch that video, because it's a kind of an odd aspect ratio with like a 32:9 ratio. And so I thought it'd probably look like, have black borders on top and bottom. And so I don't think it would have performed as a video, but I was just doing it as somewhat of an experiment anyways. So anyways, since that didn't work, what I have is I have my game running in windowed mode, borderless windowed mode at 4K resolution. I have the highest quality settings. And then I have, this is kind of my productivity setup. I've got OBS over on one window here because it's basically, and then I have browser window for other stuff that I might do, which I'm not doing anything right now, so I don't care if it would have been full screen, but another browser window over on the left of this. And so, yeah, we'll see how this works out. Actually, it might be kind of cool to do some gaming like this and have this kind of setup. Oh my gosh, it looks like we might actually be in an infinite loop. So, what do we do here? Do we want to try and quit? I don't know what's going on here. Should I just play some game content? I mean, I don't want to sit here and have people watching me forever doing this, and to be fair, nobody's going to sit here and, like, they're not somehow obligated to sit here and watch me play. So, what can I do? Can I do this one? Time reflection. I'm going to go talk to somebody. That's nothing. So, oh boy. Just want to play some game, right? Tower. I can go to the tower. Can I do something? But I can't do anything from here. Solo. Quick play. Solo ops playlist. Skywatch. I don't know what these are. Can I play one? Let's see. So maybe we won't do any PvP content, which has fine. I mean, I probably get crushed anyways. But let's see if we can do some PvE stuff and just go hurt some stuff. So, talking about all this setup stuff, one thing I wanted to mention is I've been really wanting to, forever I've been wanting to switch back over to Linux. So I used to do work on Linux operating systems for work for quite a while. And I do like the ecosystem.
Job for a lone soldier.
Don't worry.
I've seen what the Guardian's capable of.
And so I ended up doing that for a while, and then I switched to Mac for development work, which I do like Mac. It's definitely a good setup. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. Let's see what I have. Some quick keys. Switch weapons, jump in, crouching. So, yeah, I've been, I did like Mac, but about 2015 I went back to just doing PCs because I thought the Mac stuff was not really worth the price tag. And so for that, and not that I dislike Mac, I still like Mac stuff, but just based on the price tag, I didn't think it was really worth the value. And so I started doing, I went back to doing Windows, and every time I go to do Linux stuff, the thing, I kind of have like a bar, and the bar is, can I install it and have everything work? Because although I know how to work through those issues, I do not want to have to be working through those kind of issues. I just want to be able to plug, install my operating system, and use my computer, and that's it. And so that's basically the bar. And every 2, 3, 4 years or something, I'll kind of get into a kick where I'm like, I kind of wonder where Linux is, and then I'll install something. And you know, one of the ones that I'll typically install is like is Ubuntu, because Ubuntu is, you know, generally has good support for stuff. And so usually what happens is I install Ubuntu and something doesn't work, and then I say, you know what, that was my bar. And so since it didn't meet the bar, I just end up moving back to Windows or whatever. And so I'm kind of on a kick again about potentially trying out. Can I get that thing? Is that something I can shoot? Like, what am I and so anyway, I usually end up coming back to where I'm at. Something hit me pretty hard. I think that was one of those things released something. Anyway, so I did see this Omarki, or Omachi. That's what I believe how you pronounce it, the Omachi setup. So I was like, oh, this might be kind of cool to do. And so it's supposed to be kind of the idea. It's very opinionated, but it is supposed to be like an Arch Linux setup where it has everything you need once you install it. And so I might end up giving that one a go and seeing how it works out. I really like the idea of not being locked into whatever Windows wants to try and force you into. And same with Mac nowadays. And so when I say force you into, like, just as an example, like some of the things that they have in Windows now is like the start menu is like serving you ads. Now, to be fair, I don't really ever look at the start menu because I use different means of navigating around the system, so it's not like that big of a deal. But I know that a computer I paid quite a bit of money for is wasting processing power serving me ads after I've already paid for the system, and that just like goes against kind of like a principle that I feel like if I paid for this thing, I should certainly not be having to. I don't have a heavy weapon. Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons I kind of like the idea of going for something like Linux. And so Yeah. So I'm playing. So with that said, I generally buy NVIDIA graphics cards. There's a strong argument for using NVIDIA graphics cards if you're going to go Linux because they tend to have better open source support, and so they tend to work better with a Linux distro. Let's see. And so with that said, like the NVIDIA graphics cards tend to have issues with Linux. So that's another thing. Since I have an ultra-wide monitor, historically I've seen not the greatest support with that kind of stuff, and so yeah. So anyways, for everything else that I use, like trying to do video recording and coding is better. I mean, I tend to use like WSL on Windows anyways. And so, you know, that's a better development environment. I think the main thing is, and from what I've heard, is Steam has gotten really good at games. Thin combatant forces, ability to games complete. So, let's see where I'm going. See, nothing else around here. So, yeah. So, with the exception of video games, which to be fair, I don't play games that much, but I do want the ability to play the games that I want to play. That's another concern with Linux. However, I've back on what I was saying is like Steam apparently is getting quite good at running games on Linux without having to do any crazy workarounds. I think the main caveat there is most of the anti-cheat software will not run on Linux, and so if you're trying to play some of the competitive PvP games, which I don't play a lot of them, then it won't work. But that again is which button am I got here? Nope, that one. Okay. And so with that said, Destiny 2 is one of the games that happens not to run well on Linux, and it is one of the few games that I like to play regularly. So, well, I say regularly, but to be fair, I just mentioned that I haven't played this in forever, and it's true, but when I am playing games, Destiny is one of the games that I kind of fall back to, because when I was kind of playing games consistently for, I don't know, a couple of years or so, I was playing Destiny a lot, and I just like the controls and that. So I have played some other games that I like, but if the competitive games like Warzone was quite fun for a while. I used to play with a bunch of buddies that didn't live in the same state, and so it was a good way for us to be able to stay connected. And that's actually how I got into Destiny in the first place. Well, not the first place, but I did bring some of my friends. Just kill him. Yeah, so I feel like I'm gonna, can't remember what I'm doing with my buttons here. That one goes, let me remember how to do these. What is that? I feel like I'm struggling with the buttons here. It's been a long time since I played. But yeah, it's a good way to stay in touch with friends. And then after we start having, once I had a bunch of kids, I only had started having kids, then it just got a little bit challenging to try and play games. Now, I think it's still worth.
This is their final push. You can do this.
Make those connections. For somebody like myself, find it very easy to not stay connected to my friends, and so yeah, it's good practice for me. Ooh, damn. Just do whatever I can to try and stay connected to my friends. That guy going down, I can't tell. I think he's killing me? quite terribly. I don't see where his vulnerability was. I thought I was hitting him at first, and then I just wasted my super, and like he was immune, so... just need to get distracted. That's the thing. I wasn't paying attention to what I was supposed to be doing. Anyway, with that said, if you guys know anything about Linux and it's something you're interested in, you know, let me know. Not doing what I need to be doing, probably, most likely. Oh my gosh, he hurts. Oh, wrecked me. Oh, you know, good thing this is like real life. I'm just getting 5s. Gotta do something with this, right? What am I supposed to do? Somebody can tell me. Look at how awesome it is. Because I don't know where I'm supposed to go. there? So I gotta get up there. Not really sure how. Oh, that guy says I gotta get over that way now. Alright. Work that one out, huh? Now maybe I can go a little bit faster. That did it. It's going to be something to launch me. There we go. Now he's stretching you out. Boy. Oh my gosh. Seriously, dude. Am I throwing it here or am I throwing it up there? What do you guys think? Am I carrying it with me? Let's see. Can I hit this guy with it? Oh, now he's going down. Oh, some top enough. Lose all my energy. Losing me. I just noticed that and said, oh, I'm going to get destroyed. Where am I going? This guy with it. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh no. I don't have any damage weapons. I don't
Strong moves out there, Guardian. It's been nice to be in the field again.
I call him strong moves,
Sometimes I
but
forget that I'm a hunter,
got
and not
something.
just Clovis Bray's granddaughter.
Your grandfather's rather hard to
right.
overlook, isn't he? What with that
Well,
giant
I'm gonna end it
robotic
there.
head and all. But always
Just kind
remember,
of a nice
he's
gaming
not the
chat a
only
little bit
family
here.
you have.
So, not sure if I'll be on anytime during. I kind of mentioned this in the previous video, but for those that didn't catch that or won't catch that, and end up seeing this one, I probably won't be around for. I'm not sure how much I'll be around for the holidays. So, if I don't get a chance to see y'all or come out before then, I hope everybody has a happy holidays and Merry Christmas. Peace out, Quants.